Yo, what's up, guys? This is D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Trackheads. So today we are going to be going over the Olympic picks for the women's 400-meter dash at the Paris Olympics in 2024. So, we have a really just stiff field, right? Really quality field from international, from so many different places. I'm going to see if I can break down a couple names. So we have Nickisha Pryce. We have Natalia Kazmarek. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing a lot of these names. Mary Paulino. I'm gonna say just Mary Paulino. And then we have Rasadat Adeleke. We have Salwa Inasser. We have all the Americans. We have Alexis Holmes. We have the athlete that trains with Femcabo. I forgot her name, but we have so many different athletes. It's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. The depth of the 400-meter dash. I think this will be the first year where we could possibly not have someone who medals run 49 seconds. I think this is one of the years kind of similar to like 2019, where we had, Shanae Miller-Weibo, Salwa Inasser, and I don't even know who got third, but that race was so competitive that 50 did not make it. 49 probably didn't make the top three. This is probably going to be a record-making race because we have so many athletes running 48 seconds in the 400-meter dash. It's crazy. And then we have people that have in the past run 48 seconds for the 400-meter dash. So I think this is going to be one of the top marquee events to watch out for the Olympic trials. But without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to give you guys my picks, why I think my picks are my picks, and I'm going to give you explanations in terms of how I think the race is going to go and why these picks are going to be my picks. So I'm going to give you my picks first, and I'm going to explain to you why I think it's going to go this way. So you have my first pick is going to be Nickisha Pryce, right? Athlete for the University of Arkansas, runs for Jamaica, really talented athlete, and very young. Very young. We just saw her run a 48.5 not too long ago in London to kind of show hey, I've run, she ran 48.8 at the NCAAs. She's came back and run a 48.5, and I assume that she's going right back into training to make sure that her base is where it's supposed to be to ensure that she's able to run through the rounds. Next on my list, I have Natalia Kazmarek. Natalia. She's someone who has also run 48 seconds in the 400-meter dash. Again, very strong athlete. She's always an athlete that always seems to be in the mix in those last 50 meters where a lot of people are dying out. She's someone that I feel like is going to be a really good factor, she's going to be the reason, the key factor for the races to be running 48. She's going to apply a lot of pressure going 300 meters in, and she's going to be on the chase for bodies, assuming that she's not in already those first 2-3 places. The next person that I have is Paulino. Paulino is a wild card because she's someone I feel like that has gone untested for so long in the 400-meter dash. She's been running the same kind of race model, going out in the first 200, really high 23s, low 24s, and been coming back in 24 high 25 seconds to run 49s and 50s. Really strong athlete, really lanky athlete, beautiful stride. I saw her run in Budapest, and she's someone that is just so freaking strong in her stride. It's ridiculous. And only reason why I have her in third because she hasn't run 48 seconds this year, just as of yet. But she's someone who's tremendously strong. I think these women's 400-meter dash isn't going to be a 400-meter dash for I can run a really strong 350 and then die. I don't think so. I think these are all athletes who come from the strength side, who come from the strong side. These are all athletes that aren't going to show that they're winning the race in the first 200. They're going to, be running a smooth 23 mid to 23 high, maybe at the fastest like a 23.4, 23.3, and then they're going to have one hell of a curve and then a hell of a finish to be able to finish the races. Like I said, the reason why I have Nickisha Pryce winning is because she has shown that she lives at 48 now. I would have been kind of worried coming off of NCAAs. Okay, 48.8, you did that at the peak of your season in June. Late June, you run for Jamaica, you did pretty well there, but for her to come back and run that 48.5 at a London race like that, while Natalia was in the race, it definitely shows that she is on the strong, she's on the up and up. And knowing her coach, Chris Johnson, and and Coach Boogie at the University of Arkansas, they're coaches that come from the strength side. They have a lot of athletes who are on the strong side. They also Boogie Johnson also coached Dalila Muhammad, if that's any indication of how strong some of their athletes are. And they're able to handle the rounds and able to handle the full duration of a season because they have such a strong base to be able to handle that. So I think that she's someone that's going to continue to run 48s and continue to run that. And because you have to look at some of these athletes, are they able to handle going 50 in the prelims, going 49 in the semifinals, and then going 48 after that? A lot of these athletes can give you a 48 one time, but they can't repeat. Paulino is someone that has shown that can go 48. She did last year, that can go 48 after rounds of 49s and 50s. Natalia is someone who has shown that they can do that. You have other athletes. You have other athletes like the athlete that trains with Femkabo. I forgot her name. It starts with an L. But very strong athlete. But she's someone who, traditionally runs a pretty strong race. She's been running 49, but she's on the speed side, and her strength doesn't carry her through those last 20, 30, 40 meters where, Natalia and Nickisha and Paulino are able to continue to pull away. So I think it's going to be a 3-horse race. I think we're going to see all 3 athletes possibly go 49-2 or faster, if not all 48s. It would surprise me if I see a 47. That would be crazy. That would be crazy if a 47 comes out of there. But it also wouldn't surprise me because you're dealing with 3 finishers. 3 finishers that when you can't get past 150 is going to be a race. So with that being the case, I think if they're splitting, 35 super low, 34 high, which I'm not sure if anyone has the speed to be able to do that, it's going to be one hell of a race. I do have some dark horses in the field. I do have Radisa Adeleke, that runs for the Irish. She's a University of Texas athlete, and she recently went pro. I think and I also have Salwa E. Nasser. So 2 athletes that have already gone 49 this year. I believe Radisat went 49-0. She's on the cusp of that 48. I think she's going to end up hitting 48 in this race. If anyone's caught slipping, if anyone's caught sleeping, I definitely think she's going to take advantage. It's just that when you're dealing with, the reason why I don't have her in the top 3 is because it's just so tough. It's just so tough. Paulino's the defending world champion. Natalia has been in the mix, running 48 multiple times this year. And Nickisha Pryce is this young Jamaican athlete, just almost like, I don't know her personally. I don't know her even as a personality, as an athlete. But she just seems someone who's just, I've been in college, I've been in school, I'm wide-eyed to everything, and I'm listening to what my coach says, and my coach says I can run 47. I'm running 47 today. She's already shown that she can go 48 multiple times as well. Radisa hasn't been there yet, but I think she has the potential to. And if she has a quality race, she could possibly snag a medal. Salwa E. Nasser, I have her in there too because she's a 2019 world champion, and she's also on the strength side as well. She's kind of scary because heading into her 2019 world championship, she's someone that ran 49 a bunch of times. In the rounds, in the mixed relays, in the 4x4 prelims. I mean, she was just throwing 49 splits all over the place. And, as of lately, she's been running a lot more 49s than usual. Has been just gearing up her system, for 49, 49, 49, 49. And she was also, I believe, in that race with Nickisha Pryce and Natalia, and she ran 49 that race as well. So I definitely think she's someone that has to catch a rhythm, and she's using all these as training runs. And I think that 48, she may be another athlete that runs 48 or runs a super low 49. But like I said, she's dangerous. She's dangerous. And when you're dealing with someone, again, that's on the strength side, such as, she is, it's going to be hard to beat her. So I definitely think that if anyone's caught slipping, if someone doesn't make the finals, and that's in my top 3, Salwa E. Nasser is going to be someone that kind of sneaks in there. As you can also see, I don't have any USA athletes in there. I really thought that Alexis Holmes was going to be someone who made that transition to 50, 49, 48 a lot easier. She trains with Chris Johnson and Boogie Johnson's to train with Nickisha Pryce. She's someone that I think has a 48 in her legs. I don't know what's holding her back per se. Because she ran 50 so early in the indoor season, I would have figured that she ran 49 outdoors somewhere in April, and into the later part of the season she had a 48. Maybe she got injured somewhere in there. She ran an open 800 at like 206 to really show how strong she is. Maybe it's like foot speed that's her limiting factor. I'm not sure, but I think she has to be more in tune in certain parts of the race where she kind of falls asleep. I think you know, she does a really good job with getting out. And mind you, I'm not her coach. I'm just an athlete. And I am a coach, but I'm not her coach. I'm sure there's a reason why that she, you know, 48 isn't an easy thing to get to. But I think she has to put herself in position to use that strength that she has to really, you know, make sure that she can run and make herself into the finals, because the USA is definitely in a position to not to have any athletes in the finals. I think they will, maybe like 2. You know, but we're just gonna have to see. I think Kennedy, what's her name? She used to run for University of Southern California. She actually won the whole thing for the United States. If she puts herself in position, I think that she will have a quality run. She's someone that I feel like can also go 48, but she has to put herself in a position and not get too starstruck. She ran 49 to win the Olympic trials for the United States, but if she falls asleep in these trials and is not patient, or is patient but has to be a little bit more aggressive because she's so strong, she's not going to even make the final, in my personal opinion. But that's why I have Nickisha, Pryce, Natalia, and then Paulino. Those are my top 3, and then dark horses are Radisat, Salawa E. Nasser. Those are my 2 for dark horses. So, and then again, you also have Shanae Miller-Weibo, who has not really run an open 400. I don't know what's going on. You know, I think it would have been a really good run to really test herself, to really see where she's at. But unfortunately, that's not the case. But it is what it is. We're just going to keep an eye open for her and see how she does. She just came off of having a baby, so maybe her body hasn't settled in yet. But yeah, those are my picks. Thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Track Kids. If you have any other comments, or you have any other picks that, you know, want to rival my picks, because my picks are so dope, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If I'm tripping, if I'm wrong, if my explanation doesn't make any sense. But I think I'm pretty solid. All right, this is D Brown with Track Kids. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.